I love it here. I think that we're building something special, so I'm not looking to go anywhere.
What's going on, Canes fans? That's right. It's officially official. Mario Cristobal has fired defensive coordinator Lance Guidry. Now, this actually happened earlier this morning, so you might be asking, why didn't you upload a video sooner? This is a really big deal. Well, you've probably figured it out by now. I sound terrible. I was trying to rest my voice because I know it probably is annoying to hear me talk like this, but I couldn't wait any longer. So here we are. I wanted to give my opinion and some thoughts on this situation. And I just want to say that I do believe it was the right decision to make. I think that you had to fire Lance Guidry, and I don't think that you could give him a third year. I don't think that you could chance it after how bad it was in 2024. This is a scenario where when you look at the numbers put up offensively, the 1 year with Cam Ward and some of the other guys on this offense, it truly was a wasted opportunity. There's no reason why, if this defense would have even just been mid, it didn't even have to be great, just mid. This team should have been in the conference championship, and the offense was probably good enough to compete in the college football playoffs. So it's just absolutely unforgivable, and you had to make a move. Guidry forced Mario's hand, and I'm happy that he fired him. Now, I will say this. Mario Cristobal does not get a pass for making these bad hires. This is going to be Mario's third defensive coordinator as he goes into his fourth season. That's not a good look. We talked about how Mario Cristobal has this rigorous interview process, and he's very particular about the guys he brings in, and he's missed on the majority of his hires because now that Guidry is gone, there's going to be a lot of shuffling around on the defensive side of the ball, period, right? Position coaches, there's going to be a lot of changes, and the clock is ticking, man. Year 4, and after you win double-digit games in 2024, expectations are going to be even higher in 2025. Fans are not going to settle for 7, 8, or even 9 wins. It's going to have to be more next season. Another thing you'll want to watch is how long does it take Mario Cristobal to make this next hire, because there have been some times in the past where he has taken quite a long time. I mean, you don't want to rush it, but there were some instances where Miami lost out on some recruits because of it, or transfer portal guys, because the dudes on the defensive side of the ball don't know who their coach is going to be next season. So you kind of you want to move quickly, but not too quickly. And there are already a lot of names being thrown out there. I've seen it all on social media, some big time names. I mean, some of the biggest ones I'm seeing are Will Muschamp, currently defensive analyst at Georgia. That's obviously someone that fans would possibly want. Ed Orgeron, we all know what he's been up to, just living it up. Clint Hurt is another one that I've been seeing. D-line coach for the Eagles. He has ties to Miami. He coached at Miami from 06 to 09, doing the same thing, D-line. Heck, even some fans are saying Mel Tucker, a former Michigan State head coach. There was some drama with that, but people were throwing his name around. Tyler Santucci, Georgia Tech defensive coordinator. Some have even said that Miami has already touched base with him, and they're in some talks, but there are other teams that want him as well. Now, I'm not saying that I necessarily want any of those guys right at this moment. I mean, it's very early. We just found out about Guidry being fired today. We'll do some wish list videos and some deep dive ones. I just know that I want a proven guy, not an up-and-comer, but also at the same time not someone who's old and washed up. I'm just going to be blunt about it. Maybe someone who is or was a former head coach and had also been a defensive coordinator, and then maybe they're in a situation where they want to get back into coaching, but they don't want the full responsibility of being a head coach, so they're willing to come to Miami and be a coordinator. Maybe a situation like that is the type of guy that I would be interested in. But this can't be a guy who's learning on the job. It has to be somebody who comes in here who has a proven track record. And I put that out on social media, and a lot of people said, well, the proven guys want to be head coaches. That's not always true. Not everyone wants the full responsibility of being a head coach. And, we have to remember, too, that Miami has the money. The money still, once again, is never going to be an issue. But look at the time Mario Cristobal's been here. There are some guys that might be scared to come coach here, thinking that it's going to kill their career. I'm just being brutally honest. Third defensive coordinator in 4 years. Miami has not had a lot of success when it comes to coordinators and coaches here under Mario Cristobal. Now, at the same time, you could come in and be that dude, and you would be the talk of the college football world. If you could come in and turn this thing around on the defensive side of the ball, everybody's going to want you. Everybody's going to be talking about you. And I don't want to get too off topic here, but it just sucks because we don't know what the offense is going to look like in 2025. Is this going to be a scenario where Mario makes a big hire, a guy comes in, pulls a complete 180 with the defense, and then now the offense sucks? I hope not, man, because that would just be, man, it would be rough. But I just know that that's what I want. I want a proven guy. Let me know if there's any names that you guys are specifically interested in. I will tell you, no Ed Reed, no Jason Taylor, no former Miami Hurricane if it's bringing them in just because they are a former Miami Hurricane. I am not interested in that. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if they retain guys like Jason Taylor, because Jason Taylor has a lot of pull. He's a very well-known name. But at the same time, I was kind of disappointed in the defensive line this season with the way that they performed. Once you got into ACC play, it was not very good. So we'll see, because, again, there's always a ton of changes when a coordinator is fired because the one coming in wants to bring in his guys. So, are there some of them like Jason Taylor or, I was a pretty big fan of Derek Nicholson, but I would not be upset, okay? I'm just going to say it. I would not be upset if they just cleaned house on the defensive side of the ball. Would not be mad one bit. Just because there was just so many issues. I know they had some depth problems and some injury stuff, but man, they got to bring in some guys that can actually turn this thing around. So that's really all I'm going to say in this video, just confirming for maybe people who aren't on social media that Lance Guidry has been canned. The dude is not with Miami anymore. I think it was the right decision, and I want a proven guy. I want a big name guy, and that's that. So let me know what you think about it, and we'll chop it up down in the comments, and hopefully my voice will be back. I'll feel a little bit better in the next few days, and we'll fire up all those other videos discussing this, because you're going to see some other coaching changes go ahead and happen possibly since Guidry is gone. Some guys are going to start looking elsewhere that were on the defensive side of the ball, and you're going to see more guys hit the portal. This isn't a portal video, but I know, for instance, Jaden Harris has already entered the portal. He announced that just maybe like 30 minutes ago. So there are going to be guys that were there. Even if Guidry was underperforming, there are some guys that were there to play under him. With him being gone, there's a big question mark there. Hey, maybe I don't want to wait and see what happens and miss out on an opportunity to go in the portal and just go ahead and go somewhere else. So you're going to see some of that too. I take the trade-off. Perfectly fine. Worth it. Guidry had to go. Straight up. There was no other solution there. Remember though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out. I'll see y'all in the next one.